What are the troops that people have in New Zealand for Maoris that you would say are true?
Oh, bro. But most of them are probably like stereotypically sort of possibly like unacceptable sort of thing. I don't know, like yeah, it's all stereotypes, but I guess some of it's true, and then some of it's probably not as true as it used to be. Yeah, but it's mainly the bad ones, bro. Sort of being known for for drinking alcohol and getting in trouble, but having a good time, Yeah, well known for doing well with the ladies, I
Yeah,
guess, and well, I hope, and yeah, well known for our rugby and our sports and stuff like that, which is good.
yeah.
I mean, surely, I'm sure there has to be Māoris playing in like England and even Ireland. I think Ireland's got a few. I think I've got Māoris playing in the team.
Yeah, I do remember the England had two big the brothers, the two big
Yeah,
forwards.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know the names of them, but I know they had two used to have two Maoris that were massive. God. Yeah, they were giants, man. My God.
Yeah, we had. What's the dudes? I absolutely love a man. The comedian. Was it Jamoyne? How do you pronounce the name? Jimian or Jamoyne?
Northern Ireland Irish guy or Irish
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. He travels New Zealand and Australia quite a bit. But yeah, he came to New Zealand and he was hanging out with heaps of Maoris and he ended up coming up with some funny bits about them, especially hanging out. He found them actually quite sort of well, I shouldn't say them. He found us quite sort of quite staunch and intimidating. Yeah, but he was a good joke writer, so he had some really funny material written about hanging out with Māoris and stuff like that. But a lot of sort of like beer drinking stories and sort of tough guy sort of stuff. The same stuff that you'd associate with like rugby and being tough and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So this is something that I learned from Skulk. He was one of the guests I previously had on. He's in South Africa, but this is what he learned from Trevor Noah because he mentions how South Africa's diverse, and Trevor Noah is able to win a lot of people over in South Africa because he understands all the groups in South Africa. So when he makes fun of them and tells a joke, he does it in a friendly way, but he does it accurately. So like for myself, sometimes being Asian, yeah, you get a bit racism in New Zealand. I sometimes get a bit in London, but hasn't happened for a while. It happens occasionally. But the one that I get is I get called Jackie Chan. Now that is, I'll say that in a way, it's the guy's 60 years old. His face looks like a battered leather couch. I wear
Yeah.
glasses. We look nothing alike. If you made something like Bruno Mars with glasses or combined with Elon Musk, then maybe that would be true. But like when you say something like that, you've made a lazy assumption that has no accuracy.
That is real lazy. Yeah. Yeah, that is yeah, that is pretty lazy. I like the Elon Musk thing though. You sort of I can see where you're coming from there.
Thank you. I'm gonna do a Nazi salute at the end of this episode.
Bro, that was what we were talking about earlier. Like, say for instance, it's working those different crowds and having that kind of experience, which Trevor probably obviously he did from from all the different people that he got to perform in front of, which probably actually helped him a lot too when he went to America and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if so with Jimmy Earn when he did that, when he was interacting, making jokes about Maoris, I'm guessing it wasn't done in a malicious way, and he did it with a bit of
No.
accuracy.
Yeah, no, exactly, bro. Like, that was the crazy thing about it, especially like being a New Zealander and being Maori, and then seeing another guy's point of view and what he was seeing, and like the spin he took on it, which was really funny, man. Because he does this part where because when it comes to like Kiwis and especially Maori, we have our own slang and our own sort of dialect and stuff like that, and he kind of nailed it too. But I think he does quite a few jokes about birds and stuff like that, and then he compared like a bunch of Maoris talking together, like a sort of like a pack of pigeons or something. And the way he did it, bro, like it was just it was just done to perfection, man. Because like you are playing with fire when you sort of like telling jokes about dudes, these kind of dudes that he was talking about, and people can be offended, but the way he presented it, man, was just like it was bang on the money.